As we continue to battle COVID-19, here's what you can expect for the next couple of months regarding a few issues. In this video, we will be providing information relating to the work, finance, and health aspects of your livelihood. As you know, Singapore has lifted its circuit breaker and will continue to lift restrictions in 3 phases. Here are what you can expect in these 3 phases. Going into details in each of the phases, here are 2 essential phone apps to have. In all 3 phases, you will need to have with you the FW MOM Care and Trace Together apps. These apps will allow you to record your health status, location, mobile numbers, and help with contact tracing across Singapore. The Trace Together app uses Bluetooth for location tracking, so do remember to charge your phone. The guidelines of these apps will be disseminated to you through the relevant channels. Now, let's dive into the specific phases. In Phase 1, you will be allowed to leave the dormitories for work-related purposes only, and designated transport will be used to bring you to your workplace. Employers and dormitory operators are required to and will implement measures to ensure that conditions in your dormitories are safe. These include tracking movement in and out of dorms, setting up physical barriers to prevent mixing between blocks and levels, and monitoring your health and setting aside on-site isolation facilities. This is to ensure safe distancing and to limit unnecessary contact. Like all other COVID-19 related rules and regulations, any failure to comply will lead to financial penalties and possible revocation of your work permit. In Phase 2, you can run errands outside of your dorms during staggered rest days and time slots. You can leave the dorms for up to 2 hours and travel to one of the 8 designated recreational centers. Dorm operators will provide you any needed transport to these recreational centers. Meanwhile, do continue to monitor your health and comply with the social distancing rules. Now to Phase 3, rest days will continue to be staggered, but you will be allowed to leave the dorms for longer periods of time and go to more locations. Safe distancing will still have to be followed, and you are still required to update your particulars on the above-mentioned apps. While we are unsure when Phase 2 and Phase 3 will be, as long as the cases remain low and the virus remains under control, we will be able to welcome a complete opening of Singapore soon. The reopening phases, do keep in mind that it is your employer's duty to ensure that rules are followed. They must also ensure you have access to food and necessities regardless of whether you are fit to work. They are not allowed to ask you to work if you are unwell or showing symptoms. If they violate any rule, you can call MOM at 6438 5122 or the Migrant Workers Centre helpline at 6536 2692. Next, we will move on to financial matters. In this period, money-related matters are also much more uncertain, and much of it will be handled electronically. Here's what you can expect. To begin, your employer should have assisted you in creating a bank account for yourself only. If that is not the case, and you do not have a bank account yet, you can call 6438 5122 for assistance. For those who have a bank account, since there will be more difficulty in accessing ATMs during the phases, your bank accounts should be alternatively accessible via phone apps. There will be remittance services available for you for a smoother way for you to receive and send money back home. For users of POSB Bank, an online remittance service is available through the digital app POSB Jolly. The guide to set up the application is on the bank account's website. A more detailed guide is also made available for its other different functions. On-site remittance service will also be available, but it will be first provided in the 2 dormitories, PPT Lounge 1B and Westlight Togue 1. The service will be gradually expanded to serve other dormitories. Here is what you need to know about the measures you should take and the symptoms you should report in the efforts to curb the spread of COVID-19. If you have the following symptoms that could indicate COVID-19, cough, runny nose, sore throat, and shortness of breath, you can and should use the FWMOM Care app to report the symptoms. The FWMOM Care app allows workers to record down the temperatures twice a day to record any COVID-19 symptoms, as well as contact donors for medical assistance or teleconsultation. Let's take a step-by-step look at how you can use this application. Let's have a look at how to register yourself on the FWMOM Care app. You need to download the app from the App Store or Apple Store. Open the app and select the preferred language. On the next page, you have to click on Register if you do not have an existing account. You will be directed to a page with a prompt to enter your mobile number. After entering the number, click on the OTP button to receive the OTP. Enter your OTP in the OTP verification page and click on Verify. On the My Profile page, fill in all the fields and save the details to complete your registration and profile. Once you log on to the app to declare your health readings, key in your temperature and indicate if you are exhibiting any flu-like symptoms. If you are unwell with a temperature of above 37.5 degrees and other flu-like symptoms, click on Call a Doctor Now button. Fill in the form to provide your health details, and a doctor will contact you via WhatsApp within 2 hours. To indicate you are safe in the dorms, use the application's Save at Home function. Click on the Save at Home icon on the bottom right. Then, scan the QR code in your room using your camera. Click OK once the QR code is scanned. You should also be aware that if you face any respiratory problems or COVID-19 symptoms, you are entitled to receive treatment under the Flu Subsidy Scheme. After duly informing your dormitory in charge about the symptoms, note that, under this scheme, it is mandatory for all dormitory operators to arrange for a dedicated transport to ferry you to and from assigned public health preparedness clinics and polyclinics. If you are diagnosed by the doctor to have a respiratory infection, you would enjoy subsidized consultation and treatment. The dormitory operators will make the necessary arrangement with the public health preparedness clinics for the payment of your medical bills. You will have to pay a flat subsidized rate of $10 as you hold the work permit. To recap, we looked into work, money, and health-related topics that you should be aware of. In these critical times, we hope that we can stay united and battle this pandemic out together.